The woman pushed open the private room door to see her boyfriend kissing another girl. She didn't make a scene, but calmly walked up to her boyfriend. Before she could say anything, he surprisingly suggested breaking up. To everyone's surprise, she agreed without hesitation, leaving everyone stunned. After all, she was known for her fiery temper. Then, even more shockingly, the boyfriend took out $1 million as a breakup fee in front of everyone. But she didn't even glance at it. She simply turned around and left. The boyfriend assumed she was pretending, thinking she would definitely come back to him. But all the friends felt, this time, she was really gone. Staring at the door that stayed shut, the boyfriend felt a twinge of regret, but for the sake of his pride, he pretended not to care at all. The next morning, the man wanted a bowl of porridge as usual, but found the table empty. Furiously, he scolded the maid. The maid helplessly told him the porridge was always cooked by the woman in the early hours, but she had left the night before. The man listened, ashamed and angry. He felt she was so spoiled, and it was all his fault. The maid then told him that this morning, the woman went to the bank to cash a $70 million check. Upon hearing that, the man grew even angrier. He thought that once she took the money, she'd definitely fail on her own. Absent-mindedly, he flipped through an old phone she used years ago. The messages in the phone left him stunned. All these years, she hadn't spent a penny of the millions he had given her. Instead, she was always in touch with her mother, looking for traditional remedies to help him get better. Her mother even took a long-distance bus for more than 10 hours to bring him local delicacies he mentioned wanting. Thinking of all this, the man's heart suddenly softened. But he, because her mother was deaf and mute, had found her embarrassing and pretended not to know her, even asking the maid to kick her out. Facing his cold and ruthless treatment, the woman had only apologized to her mother behind his back. At that moment, the man finally realized just how much she had done for him. He decided to win her back, but by now, her heart was already broken. After the breakup, the girl resolved to start a new life. She was a physics genius, and she decided to return to university. She sincerely went to see her former teacher, but to her surprise, the teacher angrily smashed a glass, saying she no longer recognized her as a student. 3 years ago, the girl chose her boyfriend against her teacher's advice, leaving the teacher bitterly disappointed. She knelt down, pleading for one more chance. Seeing her sincerity, the teacher finally softened, promising to help her become the best physicist in the country.